Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to the show. Welcome back to all those who have been here before, and thank you for joining me, all the newcomers. My name's Dodgy Git. This is the Dodgy Git Show. Yeah, we cover lots of controversial topics. Yeah, news, reports, reviews, other people's live streams. We're going to get as much information as we can because here in the UK, where it is 3 minutes past 1 in the afternoon, 13:03 there, on the 10th of the 10th. Yeah. And here we are. Yeah, beautiful afternoon out. Yeah. Should be polishing the car or something like that. Yeah. But no, my mind's elsewhere. Yeah, my mind's with the people and the suffering and the lack of coverage of what's going on. Starting to see pictures now coming through. I've got actually, I'll see if I can do a bit of transitioning for you. Let me shunt a few screens around a moment. If you've joined me before, thank you very much for your loyalty. Thanks for coming back and checking out what Dodgy's got to say. There's lots of dodgy news out there, lots of dodgy goings on, yeah? Lots of bloody dodgy, seriously dodgy videos like you wouldn't believe coming out this morning. And this is mainstream stuff, people being dragged off and shit. Excuse my French, it's never gets any better. Yeah, on the cat, that's the one. And then, sorry, I'll be with you in a moment. Okay, good morning to you, good afternoon to you, good evening to you, wherever you are. Chin chin, we'll share a brew together, eh? Yeah, who we got here? Right, let me line up. I've got to line things up a minute. This software makes you, doesn't make you, it's the way we'd like to present it to you, so you've got a half decent image of what's going on and who's supplying you with the images, etc. All this presenting thing is completely new to me. It's not something I've done before. It's something I'm new to. I'm learning about it, and I'm probably not using the best hardware in the world to do it, but I'm trying my best with what I've got, and I'm getting up in the morning and trying to achieve at least something in the day. So hello to the world, wherever you are. Much love from me, Dodgy Git, to you. Yes, you can share it around your loved ones and the people in your neighbourhood. Yeah, share a smile with them. Here we go. We got I-24 News here that around 40 babies butchered. Yeah, that they could see. Some of this is going to be distressing. I'm going to skip from here to there, but I'm going to try and present what I can to you, the world, as best I can do it, because some people aren't. Between terrorists and the Israeli soldiers here just recently ended, and that's why they're continuing to go house to house and rescue and get all of the civilians that they can. Reporting for I-24 News, I'm Nicole Zedek. Wow.
Horror unfolding. And so for more, we now bring in trauma psychologist Lisa Kramer.
Yeah, see, this might be helpful for some people, so listen and take it in.
It's a country in shock, a country grappling with the brutality and scale of this terror rampage, this immense loss, now also dealing with gruesome videos, graphic images, confirmation we just heard there from my colleague, around 40 children and toddlers slaughtered at that kibbutz in Kfar Aza. I'm not sure if there is an answer, but how does a grieving nation start to process these atrocities?
Benita, I wish I had a good answer for you on that. I don't even think we're at the beginning of being able to process it. At the moment, we are looking just to stabilize families, give them food, shelter, and slowly we're trying to you know, at some point we'll have to, you know, heal, but to really remind people how strong the nation of Israel is, and to really mobilize them and help them, you know, relocate their personal senses of control when everything's been taken away from them.
Lisa, as a TV channel, we have to verify the footage, and in some cases the attacks are so brutal, the butchering of civilians, young, the elderly. These images are going viral, though, recurrent images sparking nightmares for people of all ages, maybe.
So this is one reason I want to present this. And it is gross, it is grim, but we need it as feedback so we don't make the same mistakes again.
Part of the psychological strategy. What are the long-term impacts of this kind of trauma, seeing these repeated images?
I think as parents, we have to be very careful what we show our children. It's that really fine line of not, you know, we can't protect kids from the truth and from the reality. And
so maybe today, just if you do have children, yeah, just maybe stop for a minute and ask them, like, what have they heard, seen, feel, what's been shared with them on social media. You know what the children are like now, they're way ahead of the kids as far as sharing stuff and be able to access stuff. Yeah, they're looking at things that we adults and parents wouldn't have a clue how to even find, and they're readily sharing it all over the place, and it's been normalized for them. So do check, yeah, especially if you've got vulnerable sort of teenage children, where they're at that age where that stuff is being actively shared, and where they're showing it to younger siblings. Yeah, it's where the danger is, where the 14-year-old boy who's mentally able to fucking allow himself so much distress, shows it to his 8-year-old brother, and then his 8-year-old brother literally has nightmares for the rest of his life. So be careful, communicate, talk, feedback. Let's listen to trauma psychologist Lisa Kramer. She's probably got something very clever to say, so let's listen in.
And it very much is their lives. So it's almost with sirens going off and helicopters and, you know, aeroplanes all day long, even for kids in the center of the country.
So it's been normalized for them to have all that white noise, yeah, and it for be to normal, and they just go about their business.
There is no way to shield it.
That's why when your child may be looking at things and it's normal for them, where in actual fact it's psychologically damaging, yeah, detrimental and degrading to their just evolutionary train of thought of development. It's too much too quick, causes such trauma and such anguish that people can't recover, and they end up seriously mentally ill from it.
But I think we have to be very careful. I think also Hamas is really delighting in the fact that Israelis are being shown the brutality that they have thrust upon us. But I think as best as we can, and it's a really difficult fine line to, in some ways, strike that balance of what's appropriate and inappropriate, because this truly is traumatic. And I don't think any adult, child, or teenager in Israel will step out of this unscathed.
We're hearing the Israeli School Parents Association reportedly telling parents to delete TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, Telegram apps from their phones so that children...
There you go, everybody. It's active. So be a proactive parent today, please. Yeah. Us adults who have seen freaking all kinds of different experiences, we know we don't want our children to see that kind of shit. It's not normal for a child to be exposed to such extremes. Maybe take their phone and check. Be the responsible one, be proactive, do it before it needs doing. Yeah, you don't put oil in your car after it's blown up, do you? No, you change it regularly. preventative maintenance. This is preventative maintenance of your child's psychological well-being. So please be proactive in it.
Don't need to see these kinds of atrocities. We know that teenagers really do see it all. Lisa, many parents are saying they don't know what to tell their young children. These young, innocent minds are exposed to this horrific information. Some of these people hearing it are just children. How does one handle this?
I think if there was one right way, we would all be doing it. I don't think there's one right way. I think possibly one of the most helpful things is that, you know, the opposite of helplessness is always action. And I think as best parents can, we need to mobilize our kids towards activity and action, whether it's something as small as baking a cake for the soldiers or, you know, doing drop-offs, helping families whose husbands have been sent off to war by babysitting, small children, drawing pictures. You know, I had my kids.
Hey, what do I say? You're at the end of the Dodgy Git show, eh? If you've been here before, you watched the end of the Dodgy Git show, I say share your love, don't I? I say go and do something for your neighbour for nothing, yeah? That's what community is, yeah? It's your community, your society. You make it, you write the book. Yeah, write the book, yeah? Make the book a happy book.
Drawing pictures, I was fascinated by, you know, what they were sending to soldiers, what they wanted soldiers to know. And we have to slowly move our kids just towards action and to remind them.
Another way of, I believe, to get this trauma thing out of children is to allow them to express themselves with drawing, yeah? Doesn't necessarily mean they have to draw all over the walls. It's the same as knowing when to go to the lavatory, yeah? You teach them what to do and where to do it and when it's appropriate. So you get them to draw their pictures at the table, sat on a chair or a bench, yeah? And draw. Just say, draw the things that are on your mind. And they might come out with some really extreme stuff, but it gives you, it's like them writing 1,000 million words on the page, isn't it? Yeah, be proactive as a parent, yeah? But drawings say 1,000, or pictures tell 1,000 words, right? Yeah, what happens if they come and show you 100 drawings? Yeah, you got a lot to talk about, ain't you?
Really, that we are strong, that we are capable, and to help them feel that all these feelings of lack of control, to find little ways for them to feel in control of their lives again. And it's small and it isn't totally sufficient, but it's the best that we can do right now.
And people can feel that they are getting involved in being supportive. With collective trauma and mourning, there will hopefully be resilience to a long road ahead. We appreciate your time and your insight. Trauma psychologist Lisa Kramer speaking to us from Central Israel.
Yeah, see, that's a very interesting thing to do, is to go and sort that out, isn't it? To go and sort out with your children what has been happening in their daily life. Yeah? Had a guy this morning. He's been on the telly for years, but he didn't half cheer me up, and he always does. And that's the whole thing. Is positive vibration coming off people, man. We've got a chap over here in the UK. Hang on, just loading another screen for you. Is this thing still going round and round? Oh no, come on, get on with this stupid thing. I'm sick of this. Yeah, I don't like these adverts. They're annoying as anything. I'm really... okay. Yeah, there you go. And have a cup of coffee, yeah? We'll thank the people over there at Cozy Jazz Music, yeah? Put some cozy jazz music on, like and subscribe over there, please, and have a latte. Would one like a latte this afternoon? We share a latte and some cake, yeah? So we get a little tower. Yeah, funny. So you got to make the most of your day. Now, you got a geezer over here in the UK, huh? He used to be on morning TV. He started off being like the exercise man, yeah? And he was the exercise man at like 8 o'clock or 8:30 or 9. It was probably like 9:30, like after you failed to get to work, yeah, and get off the sofa. Mr. Motivator was there. Mr. Motivator, yeah, it's this black guy with spectacles, and yeah, he would do his exercises, his gym workout for you on the telly, on the morning telly with the girl and the boy. There's always a girl and a boy in there, yeah, and yeah, he was on this morning. He's he's knocking on a few years now. He's not the young chap he once was. Do you know what I mean? He used to bounce around. He's still fit as a fiddle, but it's his mental capabilities. He's mentally fit, like really mentally fit. Yeah, proactive with thinking about it. Will not allow a negative thought to come into the realm of his life. Yeah. If there's a negative thought, he'll turn it round and turn it round the other way. Yeah. Gonna go to. So yeah, I want to thank Mr. Motivator for his positive motivation this morning. Got me up. I did a 7-hour show last night till stupid o'clock this morning. There we go. We've got a bit going on here. This is looking over Gaza. This is thanks to DD Cyprus One Click, the number one in the middle of Cyprus and Click, which is all together, and there's a space between DD, which is capital letters. Two double D, a double D, DD, capital D, D and a capital D. That's two capital Ds and then a gap. And it says Cyprus One, number one, Click. Yeah. And yeah, again, 3 cam feeds here from over the city. I was watching some of these last night. And typically, what they do, turn all the lights off, don't they? Then bomb the crap out of it. So all you can see is glows, basically. So last night, a lot of it was to do with sound. Yeah, you go back to last night's video, and just over halfway or so, I've got a bit there from Dr. John Campbell as well in that video. 7 hours long, yeah? But just over halfway is where all the sound starts. It's just before all the sirens. I turn the sirens up and down because they're doing my nutting. The sirens cause alarm and distress to my head. I want to hide and put my fingers in my ears, curl up in a ball. Fucking hate it. It's more distressing than freaking listening to the horrific sounds almost. Yeah. Oh, what's that he's got there? What's that? Is that a drone? Is that a drone? Tell you what we could do. Okay. You can see what's going on there, right? You've got something flying in the sky, so there's people having a look at that, right? And they're trying to keep the track of that. And then there's people down here which they're either searching through the rubble or they're trying to nick shit. So we don't know what they're doing down there. Big cloud over it, look. Big cloud right over it. It'd be cold. It'd be greatly affected, see, that city. To live in that city, greatly affected by the clouds. The extreme between being in the sun and being in the shade would be huge, I should think. What's this they've got flying about? Has that just been shot down, or is that chasing another missile? Oh, there we go. Have a little zoom in on there. Got. Yeah, see, it's going off again. Let's get some sound up, see if we can hear anything. Hang on, I'm lagging behind a bit. Yeah, we get some sound going for you. Up this defence, there's launching stuff out. Or is that defence? That looks like they're launching stuff out. Found another weapons cache and fired some back. Maybe that's what's going on. They're just getting hold of anything they can now and throwing it. I'll just bring you up to speed. There we go. Yeah, well, welcome to the Dodgy Git Show. I am Dodgy Git, and there's some dodgy goings on in this dodgy wall. It's not good. Yeah? can hear the sounds. Yeah. This is what we had up last night. We could hear those background sounds. Yeah. And you could hear people screaming. I mean screaming. Kids screaming. Yeah. We've seen babies brought out this morning, and there was the 40 baby massacre. How could those people go through there? What did they expect? Like back, you go and do that to people. They fucking got in their Hilux or whatever, drove into fucking Israel and shot 40 babies. Babies. And now look, this has happened overnight, sort of under the, what is it, the theatre curtain was drawn shut whilst it was night time. And all the backstage fucking drama got on to create today's fucking show. Yeah? And here we are on the Dodgy Gits show. You're all watching me live and direct here from the UK. Yeah? Dealing with my own personal shit as well as fucking creating more fucking hazards, fucking trauma in my brain cell, innit? Hey? It is. You're chasing your tail. It's like a fucking snake eating itself. Yeah. But that is life. Such is life. Yeah? Such is life, and we should give thanks for every day we have. And like Mr. Motivator says, should get up and do something. Yeah, self-motivated. Yeah, it's in your mind. Yeah. Oh, speaking of things in your mind, the the chat last night was going on about the sovereign being and how you are the entity that is in your head. Yeah. The physical body is just this vessel that carries your soul around. Yeah? And it is like that to a degree, but for God's sake, it doesn't have to get out of hand. Yeah? So, you can't lock my mind up. Okay, well, we'll put your body into solitary confinement because your body's out of control. Yeah? Until your fucking mind learns to control the body. Yeah? Then they're going to have an issue. Yeah, software, hardware, fucking interface ain't working. Oh, there's another one, look. So it's still going on. It's still going on. There's still people dying right now. Yeah. There he's got his arrow out. Well done. Yeah, we give thanks to DD Cyprus One Click and all the crew over there. He's got a chat room going on, and he's got who is behind this conflict? Iran, USA, Turkey, or something like I don't want to say. So yeah, check out that. You can go over there and like and subscribe on his channel. I'm just going to. There's stuff going on, but it's quiet. Where's that one going? Is that just? What happened to that one? Did it fall on its own territory or what? That looked a bit weird. Don't know, like a duff one. Don't know. I'm going to expand myself back. I'll bring myself back into your view, just so you can look at this pretty cup of coffee behind me. It's lovely. Look at that pretty cup of coffee. Wow, fantastic. Right, I'm going to pop this over here. I'm going to have a little look, see what is on the what's on the radar for you. Yeah? See if there's anything incoming troop wise, you know what I'm saying? God, definitely need more coal on this fire. Oh, no, close the pop-up. I don't want that. I've been looking at it more than 4 hours and they don't like it. Oh, hang on, let me get my transitional doodah in. Right, hang on. No, the other one. Quite funky playing around with this. You got to press lots of buttons though. There we go. Flight radar 24. Let's have a little click on some of these hairy planes. It's like a military shaped one. I bet it ain't though. Oh, couldn't be found. Suddenly landed. He's turned his transponder off. See how close Damascus is? See, this is the Syria line. Baalbek. Yeah, heard about Baalbek, yeah? Do you know about Baalbek? Lots of history in Baalbek. Ooh, what's that? That's the megalithomania. Megalithomania. Check out Megalithomania, yeah? I think he's visited Baalbek several times. And ancient sites there. Ancient, yeah? Yeah, and evidence of true happenings and goings on which link up time, places, stories, people, and books. Yeah? Don't forget, go fish, spell lings. Yeah? It's a game. You collect all the books. Yeah? Tires. Oh, that's where they come from. Must be. See, this is where I was looking the other day. Yeah, anyway, we're supposed to be looking at aeroplanes, aren't we? What we got? That's Royal Jordanian. This one is fucking MEA. Who's MEA then? Metro Livery. HYS. High Sky. Now what we got is a trail of them. ISR, BRS, PGT, PGT, LE, NOS, NOS. Highly likely to be troops on that one. Because, I don't know, let's have a look if you can see what I'm seeing. You can see what I'm seeing. Anyway, the aeroplane underneath my picture, right? Yeah, let me put myself down here. It's probably better for you using this. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no. Yeah. Yeah, are we there? Yes. Right. There we are. Yeah, see, white aircraft, no stickers or paint on it. Right? It's Neos, which I'm not sure who that is. It says it's coming from Verona. Yeah? Pierre, oh, that's a copyright of the image. Verona to Tel Aviv, right? It's had its transponder off over here, which is the beep, beep, beep telling you where it is, and then it suddenly appeared and going to be going into here. But look at the freaking, they got some shuttle system going on. But look out for NOS, yeah? That's Qatar, that's WizJet, that's Qatar again. Israeli something. See where it's come from. They're shunting troops around, aren't they? Athens, so that's Greece. But it could be holiday jet. But who on earth's going to Tel Aviv now? Yeah, yeah. You wouldn't if you had holiday there. Would you have cancelled it? Yeah. Would you have cancelled your holiday if you had? Yeah. What we got there? A little private jet, little Cessna 525, a CJ1. Owned by Israel. It's going in at 280 knots. That's pretty quick, and 15,650 feet from the sea. See, when you take eyes up, he's going up, and he must have had his transponder saying something because he looked like he was going the other way. Yeah, so that's quite interesting, and we're clicking on it. Yeah, see, see that blue line's just come on. Yeah, and it says private owner. Yeah, transponder's just come on in the middle of the sea, and there's no details about where it's going or where it's come from, which normally it would say Tel Aviv or whatever airport it was, and it'd tell you where it's going. But that's because the flight plan hasn't gone through the system. The pilot's registered the flight plan, but it's not in the public domain as such right now, right? Something along them lines. But you can see this pretty trail going in here, and you can see this pretty trail that's been going on over here, right? Let's have a look. What's to see? This is into Jordan. Yeah? MSR. Who's MSR then? Gain knowledge, new repeat use. I'm on to probably somewhere in Egypt then, if it's Egypt here, probably, no? Yeah, so that could be going over Egypt. ABY, what's Arabian something maybe? Dat. Yeah, that's a suspicious aeroplane. Yeah, A320, owned by Dat, which is what, Dan Air Transport maybe? Don't know. Might be a freighterized one, yeah, where they're moving a horse around, or cars, yeah. You can get cars into these aeroplanes, and some people do it. The rich guys and girls, they say what they want, where they want it, and it gets fucking moved there. And that's, if they need an aeroplane to do it, then they go and get one. They need the aeroplane converted because there aren't any available on the market at the time, and that's the one they like because it does what they want it to do. Not too big, not too small. Yeah, not too expensive to run and stuff. Yeah, so they do think about it, and that's fairly sensible. They'll get the right vehicle to do the job that's required. If that's like an aeroplane with a hole in the side, then that's what we'll do. Get your Ferraris or your Lamborghinis, wherever you need them, yeah? Where's my fucking Lambo? Yeah? Where's my fucking Lambo? I wouldn't get I might get a Lambo, but I'd probably have a Ferrari first. Just because when I had I had one of those days out. Driving around 5 different cars. Fucking brilliant. Didn't half thrash them around the track. I just got in them and fucking floored it. Fucking great. But no, Ferrari 360. Wow. Is it Ferrari? No, it wasn't. Yeah, Ferrari 360. Lamborghini Gallardo. DB9. An old a Jag XJ. No, what is it? Fucking what's the name? Jag. Fucking one with E-type Jag. And a Caterham. Yeah. The Jag and the Caterham were just like fucking homemade go-karts. The Ferrari felt like a homemade go-kart, but it looked nice and was finished properly. Yeah, although it was probably flimsy. And the guy said, oh, it's plastic underneath rather than the metal that the Lamborghini was made of. But the Lamborghini felt like you had got a cow sat on the car. And although it had the power to push it quick, it still felt heavy. So it's interesting anyway. Here we go. What we got? Another Israeli one flying up now. He's taking off. Number 2 being viewed in the world. Is he coming or is he going? He's coming from Athens, see? Yeah, he's slowing down. So anyway, yes, we have the there we have the flight planner, and we go back to this lady and see where we're getting with this lot. Yeah, let's have a little listen in.
I've been 30 years in the IDF. This is nothing, okay? Nothing is similar to what is happening inside Gaza with the strikes that the Air Force, the amount of bombs that are being thrown in Gaza. I live near Gaza, so my house shakes, okay? Every half an hour. Bet Hanun neighborhood, the majority is destroyed. Sajaya neighborhood destroyed. Bet Lahia destroyed. The center of Gaza, Rimal destroyed. El Furqan neighborhood destroyed.
Do you know any of these divisions and different areas of that? Do you know anybody there? Yeah, any of your family there? You from there? Yeah, you're from Israel. Yeah, what do you think? Like and subscribe. Please comment and write in the chat. Please start up a little chinwag going in the chat. That's what it's about, isn't it? Afternoon chinwag, we're wagging our chin. Yeah, for all those foreigners that don't know what a chinwag is. Yeah, wagging our chin, we're talking. Yeah. Anyway, we go back to this chap, see what he's got to say. Hopefully, he won't be one of these chaps who suddenly gets carried away and turns into a fucking wailing walrus because it doesn't get anywhere. But we'll listen and see how much he can breathe in.
And I think that everything is being prepared for a ground entry to Gaza. Now, how will it look like? It depends. It depends on the decisions, the operational decisions that will be taken by the commanders of the IDF. It depends on the outcomes of those Air Force attacks on Gaza. And it depends, of course, on the response that Hamas will probably continue in the following week against Israel.
I want to say something because we speak a lot about Israel's war against Hamas. And one word that is not mentioned here is Palestinians. And as difficult as it is to say, Hamas is made up of Palestinians. Hamas is the ruling group over the Gaza area. It is the most popular group among the Palestinians, both in Gaza and in the West Bank. The only reason Mahmoud Abbas is still in power is because Israel enables that and because there are no elections in the Gaza Strip. But most surveys point to the fact that Hamas is the most popular group in the Palestinian territories. That same Hamas group whose ideology is to slaughter women and children.
When he says the Palestinian territories, what exactly does he mean? Because it's like something is only something if you label it something and the society in which it is being used agrees that that is so. Yeah? And it's like in just inventing something. You can't just invent something just like that as such. Yeah? It's a perpetual compounding we've talked about before from one person to another who calls it a certain name. Yeah? Now, I know the name is very controversial, and for probably fucking daft reasons. Yeah? What was it called fucking 1,000 years ago? Yeah? Instead of saying this is this and this is that and putting up a fence and all this shit. It is a pain in the arse, but let's listen in on them. This is I-24 News. We've got some bod on here. What is it? Rocket alert siren sounding beer shit. Oh, it's a place, beer. I just saw the word beer. Keep away from alcohol, to be quite honest. It's not a very good human stimulant, if you ask me. It's sort of like drinking poison. Yeah. Sure, there's more natural remedies to make one feel alive or happy or sad fucking hell, I don't want to feel sad. Why the fuck would you drink then? There you go. Anyway, let's listen in. Thanks for being with me.
I've yet to see the condemnation from Palestinian Authority President Mahmoud Abbas to that slaughter of children and women and elderly in these kibbutzes, to shoot.
There we go, and therein lies the difference and the problem. Yeah? The initial thing was some people wanted to go in the bloody building. And instead of everybody just keeping their bloody mouths shut and getting on with it and showing that it can be done, you started screaming and shouting, and the shout turned into a push, and the push turned to a punch, and the punch turned into a scrap, and the scrap turned into fucking desecration. And now look at it. Yeah? This whole thing about accepting that you fucked up. Yeah? The confidence to know that if you fuck up, you're not going to get shot. You imagine if everybody that fucked up got shot, we'd all be dead. Give your children the confidence to report when they fuck up and give them the confidence to try new things so that they do purposely fuck up and learn how to do shit. Yeah? Have the confidence to fucking admit when you're wrong. Go, okay. Yeah? Because this is fucking stupid. Anyway, let's listen in again. Sorry.
Shooting, cutting off their heads, burning them alive. Where is the condemnation for the Palestinians?
Where is it? Yeah? The other day we had human beings being handed over to children who were using them as piñatas until they were dead and then being rewarded, compounded behaviour, with fucking sweets. What are you teaching them? This is the problem. The mentality is fucking... Because on the one hand, you're screaming and shouting this morning. Yeah? That's still on beyond... I put coffee on, didn't I? It was fucking... Yeah? Distress all over the place. Now you want to fucking start. But, yeah. What are your leaders doing? What your leaders got to say? Or are they just fucking... Yeah? They want to come out swinging their fucking nutsack around as well. Yeah? Fucking funny. Haven't learned to get dressed yet. All the reasons why. Yeah. Oh, hang on, mate. You got it fucking dragging in your fucking mushroom soup.
Where is that? Yes, there have been crimes by Israelis in the past. I always heard Israeli prime ministers, defense ministers condemning attacks on Palestinians. We've seen Israelis who committed these crimes in prison. Where is that from the Palestinians? Why don't we hear that?
We want...
Is there any justice system over there? Or is the justice system... Oh, well, if you say sorry in mosque at the weekend, on the Friday, then you're forgiven because it was God's will. Yeah? Are they saying this is God's will this morning? Or are they saying, oh my God? Anyway, here we go.
To find out exactly what is going on in Tel Aviv, let's go to our correspondent, Robert Swift. Robert, siren sounding just a short while ago, people dashing to shelters. What can you tell us?
That's correct. We're at the Ichilov Hospital here in Tel Aviv. We had actually come here to report on the blood donation drive, which continues behind me, as you can see. But just a few short minutes ago, that all had to stop, and everybody in this building made their way quickly to the shelters as the alarms went off for a rocket alert siren again here in Tel Aviv, the first of today's.
So give us an idea, Robert, of what happens when that siren happens there. You're in a hospital environment. Where do people go? How much time do they have to get to the shelters where you are?
Gosh, she's very shouty, isn't she? It's like those Indian lady presenters who scream at the camera. Yeah, a bit distressing in the blood centre. Had to leg it. You imagine legging it. You're in the middle of saving a little kid. Right in the middle of fucking critical, and the alarm goes off. Just stay there and complete the job? Yes, you fucking do. If the child can fucking die, then you can fucking die with it, so you fucking stand there and ignore the alarm. Yeah? We got to give thanks to these fucking people that do this. Yeah? And we do understand, to a degree, about practicing doing it. But we really need to get more professional with everything we're doing, because it leads to this bollocks. Anyway, here we go. Thanks for joining me, everybody. I'm Dodgy Git. This is Dodgy Git Show 65.
So it very much depends on the building that you're in. A major hospital like this is a large building in itself, and it offers a bit more protection than...
What do you reckon about UK hospitals? Any dodgy concrete in them? Wonder what they just fucking suddenly shatter if they're fucking looked at by a missile. You get one that just fucking fly up to it, stop and go raw, and the fucking building would fall over. Yeah, we got a concrete problem here in the UK about a load of freaking stuff been built years ago out of aerated concrete. That wasn't a good idea, was it? It's got freaking air bubbles in it and no strength. Anyway, let's listen in.
Say small residential buildings, and those sorts of buildings. I live just close to here. The building where I live, we essentially there's one shelter which is in the basement. Everybody leaves their apartments, runs downstairs, and gathers together in the basement. Now here at the hospital, basically everybody got up. They moved their way in deeper into the building and started making their way to the shelter. I have to say, Israelis are pretty accustomed to this sort of activity, and sometimes a little cavalier about it. Many people, of course, they made their way to the shelter, but it's not as if everybody went deep into the basement itself, because the alert was over pretty quickly, and people got back to what they were doing. As you can see, the alert was only a few minutes ago, and the blood drive is very much back in full swing now.
We are looking at live images, a split screen on our screens right now. On the one side, Tel Aviv, sirens sounding across several parts in just the last few moments. The most recent parts, Rishon LeZion West, Beit Dagan. And we also are seeing scenes out of Gaza, where we know that the IDF is targeting Hamas sites. Robert Swift, you are still with us there. We know that millions of people had to race to shelters just a short while ago when then sirens sounded overhead. But it's a very difficult and different scenario when you are dealing with people, patients, people who are sick, people who are elderly, people who are already being treated. Give us an understanding of what it looks like inside the wards of a hospital when a siren goes off in Israel, when there is an alert that rockets could be heading towards the premises.
Yeah, some coming now. You just seen another
That's
one.
correct. Of course, all the medical staff that you can see behind me in the medical scrubs, they have a twofold responsibility. First, obviously, their natural instinct to protect themselves and to get to the shelter. But before that, they very much need to be looking after the patients. That may mean essentially picking up the patient and moving them deeper into the hospital, into where it's more protected, which obviously with some patients that can take more than one member of staff. So logistically it's quite difficult, and bear in mind all this has to be done within seconds, within 2 minutes, and so it is a great weight of burden on the medical staff here, who essentially are trying to get on with their job and deal with the ongoing crisis, but then they also have this on a fairly regular basis. Throughout the day they're having to deal with this sort of alert.
Correspondent Robert Swift at Ichilov Hospital in Tel Aviv. We will be coming back to you for regular updates. Stay safe, Robert. Thank you very much for that update. And still with me in studio, Israeli-Palestinian relations expert, Colonel in the Reserves, Grisha Yakubovich, former head of the Civilian Department of Kogat in the IDF, and our correspondent, Guy Azriel. Give us an idea of the extent of where these rockets are heading towards, and again, the fact that if there wasn't an Iron Dome missile defense system, there would be far more carnage. We know right now, we're waiting for confirmation on if there have been any hits and if anybody may have been hurt. Nonetheless,
Right, let's have a little tune in on the other one here. Hang on, this is making a racket. We've got the whaler out on the top of the tower again. I think you'll have to shoot the tower down. Yeah, why? Like, can't they do that in their private room? His stereo's fucking well loud, man. So this is that whaling. I never got that. All the shagging of the wall. That's a bit weird, isn't it? Yeah. See, I'd have to go out, I'd knock on his door and say, "Excuse us, pal, it's a bit much." Yeah, we got back over here on flight tracker. No, I don't want to look at that, that's boring. Right. Yeah, see, it's still striking, yeah? Here we are with me, Dodgy Git in the UK, yeah? Sat here in our comfortable fucking position that I'm fucking not very comfortable in, so excuse me a moment. Goodness. Yeah, thanks for joining me. My name's Dodgy Git. This is the Dodgy Git Show 65. We are got some live streaming coming here, being shared with you from me, from DD Cyprus One Click, and he has got 3 streams of videos coming from different sources here. He's got his arrow up there, he's telling us whereabouts. What we could do with is like a 3D map, couldn't we? We could do with a 3D Google Earth map, and we could literally pinpoint which of the buildings were getting hit as they were getting hit. But I'm not sure that information would be available, and I'm not very au fait with how to display it to you all. But I hope you're well and at peace wherever you are around the world. I hope you're not having a distressing time, and that you found space and time to come and chill and relax with me. Yeah, have some quiet time, just absorbing what is going on as best we can. Yeah. I do believe there's going to be some sort of a ground assault at some point, because of the amount of troop build-up and the continued movements. Yeah? I don't know. What do you think? Where are you around the world? What are you planning to do for the day? And yeah, have you watched much more of this stuff, or are you just catching up with what's going on? Yeah, I did 7 hours last night. There's a good section in that. Where it's oh, there's another one. Might have a look at that. There's another section. There's a section in the 7 hour bit where it gets quite distressing. Yeah. There's also a bit in there from Dr. John Campbell as well. So I've got another feed here. I want to try and feed you this other feed. Yeah. Okay. I think I used them last night as well. Hello, welcome back everybody. Thank you for joining me. You're ever so beautiful, yeah? Wherever you are, yeah? Yeah, lots of love from Dodgy Gits to you, yeah? I'm just going to have a little scooty around here on the old diddly whatnot. Oh, it's the chat. See, when you get the chat room on the side of the computer there, on their stream, it doesn't half clog it up. Oh, no. Better hear that. Did I want that one? Let's have a little look. Yeah, I hope you're well wherever you are around the world. Share the love with the people around you. Make yourself a cup of tea, sit down, chill out, put your feet up, listen to me, Dodgy Kit. We're having a little chinwag this afternoon. It's 5 to 2 in the afternoon on this fine, what are we at? We're on Tuesday, aren't we? Tuesday, the number 10. Today this show has been brought to you by Tuesday and the number 10. And the colour, ooh, what colour do we pick? That's a bit controversial. White. Why, the ding-a-ling on my thing-a-ling. Oh, yes. Yes, I know. I've seen that. Right. Yeah, what we got here? Because I might try and have a little, okay, I'll put you onto this one. Hopefully you guys can be able to see this one coming through in a sec. Just do a little bit stretchy for you so you don't get that edge bit. Edge bits are annoying, you see. You've got to line your thing up just right, but it's quite tricky. There we go. Hopefully you can see that. That's the next thing going on. I'll put some sound on for you. If I disappear, this is brought to you today by me, Dodgy Git, and the Dodgy Git Show. And this multicam is being presented by the very nice folks at Source Global. Yeah, if you'd like to go to Source Global, they have 6,710,000 subscribers. Yeah, 6.71 thousand subscribers. I don't get. Why can't they just write the numbers? It's too confusing, all that dots and K's. It confuses you where the 10 is. Anyway, like and subscribe over there. They've got a little chat room going on, but I'm going to close that because it lags up my old doodah whatnot. I'm going to put a sound on for you because it looks like this might be a little chat and a chinwag going on in the corner with this chap down here. Right, he's got glasses and little spectacles on his head, right? So I'm going to leave this on. If I disappear, it's okay. I'll be back soon. I'll make myself a cup of tea. Yeah, yeah. Got, yeah, I'll make a cup of tea. And then I'll come back and we'll carry on having a little chinwag as we are here on the Dodgy Git Show. Yeah, there's another one gone up. Look, let's put the sound on, see how long it takes to get here. God bless you all, yeah? Peace be with you, wherever you are. Give whoever's next to you a cuddle and a kiss and a hug and tell them you love them, eh? Okay, love come from me, man. I send it over to you so you can share it, yeah? The big fucking kaboom. The big kaboom. Am I in the wrong place again? I'm in the wrong place again, aren't I? Where should I go? I know. Sorry, I'll move my image around so you can actually see what on earth's going on there. No point me being over the top of the bloody thing. Is that look at the size of that huge kaboom? That was a big one. Yeah, they're still playing the game. Yeah, and it's sad. That's people dead there. People just died. Yeah, that's where we're here. That's what we're trying to realise. Yeah, bit of realisation. Yeah, people just died then. That went bang. People died. Yeah. And the product of doing that, yeah, is death. And that's what's just occurred. We just watched some death occur. Which wasn't very pleasant, really, was it? Eh? You got a church or a synagogue or a mosque, yeah? Them places the Hindus have, or the Buddhists, yeah? Maybe we should all go to our place of worships, yeah? And just fucking think. Take it as a quiet place to fucking get some peace and think about the distraction and white noise all around. Yeah? I mean, thanks for being with me. I'm Dodgy Git. We're coming up to, how long we've been playing this game now? We're coming up to an hour. Well done. Thanks for joining me. I much appreciate you being here. It's really great you can join me and take part in this utterly unholy event. Right? Well, yeah. Gets all a bit tricky, doesn't it? Eh? Anyway, I'm gonna let you view the screen. I'll pop off for a sec. I'll see you in a minute. If I come back and I'm blabbing, somebody put in the chat that I'm muted because I did that for about 10 minutes last night. It's right pain. Yeah, well, I'll put the volume up so you can hear. Oh, I think the volume's probably alright. Yeah. Wait and listen and see if any more boom booms go off, eh? Back in a tick. Thanks very much for joining me, everybody. everybody, I'm back again. Yeah, just pop myself back in the corner. Hope you're enjoying the show. I'm gonna do. I want to make myself big again. Coming back at you then. There we go. Hang on. Oh, he's having a little shuffle around on there. Let's get us up to date with this other lot. Right, back to I-24. Got a lady here. She's running about the gaff. So I'll let you listen into this one. Let's transition you over and give you some sound.
Scene of a massacre, none of them knowing exactly what to expect and no one expecting that it could be.
You hear her voice. She's right on the edge of breaking, isn't she? She needs a fucking bonus when she gets home and some time off, I swear. Probably some therapy.
Something like this.
So whoever's her boss, proactively start doing that now. Book the fucking therapist for that reporter now, because you can hear it.
Even as I'm walking around right now, shell casings continue to line the grounds here, the community. Signs of daily life also. Children's bikes parked right here. Meanwhile, bodies lie right next to them. It's truly the scene of a massacre. The commander said this is...
See, that is it. This is... How do you define a massacre? Yeah? Like, we've heard about fucking shit in the war, right? We're just taking off a fuckload of people into the woods, standing them in a fucking circle and just shooting them till they're all dead and fucking pushing them in the hole. But this is fucked up. This is like... This... The guy was right yesterday. They're human animals. Literally like Neanderthals with a fucking deadly weapon. It don't matter if it's a gun, a machete, a fucking bat, or a stick with a fucking nail through the end of it. Yeah? Or a stick with a fucking rock on it. You're literally going back to fucking caveman theory. We all want to be cavemen. Ugh, ugh, ugh. And you kill all the kids on their bicycles. How utterly... I want... Flatten the place. Flatten it. Let's continue. It's traumatic, isn't it? It is.
This is not a battleground. This was Hamas terrorists coming into the community and killing all of the citizens that they could see. And so it's been a devastating cleanup effort as these soldiers continue to go through, and there's still an active threat from some terrorists in the area as well. In fact, gunfights and fighting between terrorists and the Israeli soldiers here just recently ended, and that's why they're continuing to go house to house and rescue and get all of the civilians that they can. Reporting for I-24 News, I'm Nicole Zedek.
I expect the international community, we have support today, but I expect from them to support us all the way.
I'm going to stop you right now because we're going to a live press conference, relatives of American people who are being held hostage in Gaza. Let's take a listen.
And I needed to know where my son was, so I turned my phone on, I believe at 8:23 in the morning. And when I turned it on, there were 2 texts in a row from Hirsch at 8:11. The first one said, "I love you," and immediately at 8:11 also it said, "I'm sorry." And so I knew immediately, 8:11, the first one said, "I love you," and immediately at 8:11 also it said, "I'm sorry."
Oh, wow.
And so I knew immediately, wherever he was, it was a terrible situation. I took it to mean, I love you and I'm sorry, because whatever is going to happen is going to cause you tremendous pain and worry. Since that time, I, of course, tried calling him right back. There was no answer. I texted him a couple times, "Are you okay?" I've not heard from him since the text I received at 8:11 on Saturday morning. Together eyewitnesses from a picture from inside of a bomb shelter that we saw. We tried to put together who was in that bomb shelter with him. We've spoken to eyewitnesses. We know that he was injured in battle. I mean, they were all civilians at a music festival. They were fish in a barrel, sitting in this bomb shelter. Terrorists came to the door. They were throwing grenades in, shooting machine guns. And we know that Hirsch's arm from the elbow down was severed, was blown off, and that he tied a tourniquet around with his shirt. And Hamas came in after the gunfire settled down and said, "Anyone who can walk, stand up and walk out." We are told that he was completely calm. I think he was probably in shock. And he got up and he walked out with 5 other people, young people from the music festival, 2 young women, 3 other young men. They were put on a pickup truck and driven away by Hamas. Then the police told us one thing they knew is that the last known cell signal from his phone was on the border with Gaza.
So not much to add. Hirsch was at the festival with one of his best friends, Aner Shapira. By eyewitness accounts from the people that we talked to who were in this bomb shelter, several people, independent of each other, said, "Your son and his friend Aner saved our lives, anybody who's alive, because as grenades were being thrown in, they were tossing them back out. They were trying to comfort people." And so I just thought I would add that.
Maybe you could the family in the United States?
Sure. I'll just say that Rachel and I both grew up in Chicago. We were living in California in 2000 when Hirsch was born. We made Aliyah to Israel as a family in the summer of 2008 when Hirsch, who's our oldest child, he was 7.5, almost 8 when we moved to Israel in the summer of 2008. We've been living in Jerusalem ever since. We have 2 daughters, 20 and 17, and I just want to take 1 minute to talk a little bit about Hirsch. He is a smiley, fun-loving guy, and people of all ages.
You're watching a live press conference there. Difficult to hear the details. Families of Americans missing in Gaza. They were at that music festival on Saturday and were taken hostage. They are waiting for answers, as we just heard there.
Difficult, isn't it? All the things that are going on. And it seemed like there's different stories coming out of people have gone one way and people have gone another. People have been split up. People have managed to make phone calls. Others haven't. The images that must be going around are flipping horrendous, I should think. let's go back to the city and see what's going on there. I'll take you back to the city cams. It does appear a bit blowy, so I'll have to be a bit careful with the sound. But I'll take you back over there. I'll take you back over here, put myself back up in the sky like I'm sunshine, positive shining light on your day. Right, here we go. There we go. Let me turn the sound down a tad, because it's a bit windy. But you can see what's going on. What was this one in the corner? Okay. Usual imagery. Bombs going off here and there. I'll take you back to me again, then I can play with my screen again. Let's turn that off. They're still popping them off, and you know, like I just said then about the last known phone signal locations. Yeah, they could have used that as for the bomb targets. Oh. Huh. I don't know what the energy companies are playing at, but that one looked like it was taking the mickey. Where do we want to go? We want to go over here, haven't we? So this is oh, is this live? Oh no, we've got it's always an advert.
You know, and
right, we've got Hindustan Times here. They're having a chat and a review of the overnight video. I'll bring you up here. I'll put myself in a reasonable position. Semi-reasonable position. I'll let you listen into this as they have a chat here on Hindustan Times. You want to go there, like, subscribe, listen in.
Until they were released and brought to their grandparents. So that
So
is
pop off back in a minute.
That's something that you cannot imagine and something we haven't seen before.
It's completely tragic to hear of these stories. However, but as you pointed out, it seems everybody in Israel knew somebody who's been either hurt or injured or has suffered at the hands of these attacks that have been unleashed by Hamas. But viewers, just for the record, Israel is a very small country. You know, there's just about 10 million people population, if I'm not wrong. Yeah, and out of which I think some 2,000 people or 1,500 people have been killed since the start of this mayhem.
Well, I mean, 1,500 is including those who are kidnapped, and we do not know what their situation is.
Right, and therefore it brings the tragedy closer to every person's.
And thousands of people were physically injured, let alone anxiety and post-trauma, which is something that's very, I think, very popular.
Right. How do you see this playing out? Do you see a quick stop to this? Because as we heard from Prime Minister Netanyahu a while ago, that this is not going to be an easy cakewalk. It seems to be. That's the message he seemed to be delivering.
Unfortunately, I don't see an end to this at the moment. As a father, as I said, of children, trying to, shield them from these stories. There's also much you can shield them from. This is ongoing because also every day there are more attacks, and every day we're learning about more names of people that were killed. For instance, there may be people I know who are already were killed on Saturday, but I have not yet heard their names because they haven't been published yet. So just also as a journalist, when we have a terrorist attack, we write about the person, we interview their families. It's a whole thing. I was telling my staff, how can we cover 1,000 people? How can we give them the respect that they deserve? And that's a big challenge. So I see, as Netanyahu said, many months. And as I mentioned, as a very patriot, supporter of Israel, there are many internal issues that need to be solved. And people are having difficulty giving support and trust to the system at the moment. That may change, and I hope it does change. But that's definitely where we're at the moment.
Right. I know you have to go, so I'm going to relieve you and continue this conversation with Mr. Nimrod. But thank you so much for speaking to us, and I hope we're able to have you back again, maybe tomorrow on our show to talk some more with you, because as a journalist, I'm sure that there are stories that you can tell us, because things as we understand are still not right, and this is likely to be a long and extremely bloody war, and not something that Israel had seen in a lot many years. Mr. Nimrod, when is the last time, that you think that something as deadly as this Israel saw?
Israel didn't see anything like that in its history. Okay, our major event in terms of security was the Yom Kippur War in 1973. We just marked 50 years of that war. Again, a war of surprise with lots of losses, but it was a traditional war. What we saw here was something totally different. This is a terror attack, basically, that brings everything into a new phase and a new story, like we heard before from your previous guest.
All right. How do you see this playing out? This was obviously, this is once again, just like the Russia-Ukraine war did, this war has again divided the world into the Muslim and non-Muslim nations, apparently. And how do you see this playing out in terms of peace in the Middle East in the near and long term?
It's important to note that there was not such a clear dichotomy in initial reactions to what happened in Israel, meaning that even within the Arab and Muslim world, there were voices and people, some publicly, some privately, who conveyed their disgust by what Hamas was doing. They can support the Palestinian cause, they can support the Palestinian state being established, and they can still flatly reject what Hamas did over these last few days. So that's a distinction that I think is important also both for Israelis to learn of and also for the international community. Now, as this thing and this war continues, it will likely to change also the dynamics and the images, because now that the war is into an Israeli offensive on Gaza, I think the images that will be shown and the damage will be more on the Palestinian side than at the onset of it when it was on the Israeli side. So I think those things we need to take into account will be dynamic. The need is to try and resolve that as quick as possible, although it will be long, because we don't want it to cause more damage than necessary, and not to involve other countries which can make this issue much more severe. For example, if Hezbollah is entering this war, that's again becoming something that is much more difficult to resolve. And once this situation is over, I think the priority should be given to try and stabilize the region and look how to advance Israeli-Palestinian peace and not only Israel-Arab normalization.
How long do you think it will take for the situation to resolve?
Nobody knows. It could develop in so many scenarios, whether it's airstrikes or ground offensive, whether it's only Gaza or whether it include others. So I think any guess doesn't have any meaning at the moment. I think the goal is to understand what is the interest of Israel when it conducts this war, what is the strategic goal. There are efforts to ensure that the government will be expanded a bit, or at least for the time of this war, also include some more centrist actors in Israeli politics, like former Chief of Staff Benny Gantz. Currently, we have a far-right government that Israelis, many of them do not trust, that this government can handle the situation as good as it should. And many people are still angry and why the government didn't actually enable this situation to develop. And so the length and the success of this incident, of this war, will also be dependent on how things are handled domestically within our own decision-making process.
Well, could you give us any insight into what, we
Right, just going to pop over to another feed now. Listen to the chap here.
Hitting Hamas and understanding that we have to decide Hamas militarily in the sense that there will be no Hamas military wing or organization anymore. We have to eliminate and we have to demolish all of their military capacities and to
demolish all of the military capacity. Like I said, they're going to flatten it, right?
To prevent them from being able to recover themselves militarily. Okay, they cannot be any more a military threat on Israel, and they cannot be spoilers of any normalization process or any regional architecture that Israel seeks to build here together with its partners. And we have to remember that if we will not assure that Hamas will be defeated militarily, we will assure that Iran will be more effective, more influential, stronger here in the Palestinian arena, and Hezbollah will be stronger. And therefore, we have to accomplish the mission in the Gaza Strip and to prevent Hezbollah, Iran, and the others from continue challenging us in the other fronts.
Professor Corby Michael, always appreciate your insight. Thank you so much for speaking to us on this Breaking News edition.
Thank you.
And still with me in studio, Danny Danon, former ambassador to the UN and former minister and member of Likud, and our correspondent, Guy Azrael. Your thoughts, Ambassador, on what it's going to take to get the morale of Israel back. It's a long road ahead. There is no doubt. People are upset. People are hurt. People are in pain. People are grieving. And people are angry. What are the next best steps for Israel and for the citizens of Israel?
There are still...
What do you think they should do, everybody? Yeah, why don't you tell me in the chat room? Or if you're watching this after the event, put your comments in the comments box, please. You are cruising with the news in you're here with Dodgy Git. We're on the Dodgy Git show 65, cruising for our afternoon, coming up to 2:30 in the UK. Thank you very much, everybody, for joining me. I'll let him have their little debate, and I just have a little contemplation, a little think about what you think about it all. Yeah, you don't have to take what they say as, these guys are sometimes trained spellers of spells. Yeah, you got to take what they say with a pinch of salt and have a little think about it yourself and go through the morality of what they're saying and the longevity of any ideas that come out. Are they hollow, or is he just fucking blaming the other guy? Or fucking UK news is so rubbish. They are purposely avoiding the whole thing, basically. Right, we'll let you go on with this, and then I'll come back and I'll try and align you with another little feed.
The dark days ahead of us. We're entering an operation in Gaza. It's going to be painful. It's going to be long. We have to be united. And I see the love and support we receive from the Jewish communities, Christian communities. We know that we will prevail, and we have the strength. We have the strength to stand up with the pain, to fight back, and to win. That's exactly what will happen. And I'm calling for the people of Gaza to move away from Hamas headquarters and militants, because we are not coming against them. We are coming.
See, he's being quite forthright with what he's saying. We're coming for Hamas, and it does appear that they will literally go from door to door, and search every room in every house, and every cellar, and every loft, and every box, and under every bed. Yeah, that's what you're gonna do. Anyway, thanks for joining me here. I'm Dodgy Git on the Dodgy Git Show.
against Hamas, but if they will be at the area of the Hamas militants, they will get hurt also.
Can the political shenanigans stop and people focus just on the security of Israel? Do you think that across the board, all politicians can get onto the same page on this sphere?
We have no other option. We have no other option. That's what the public expects from us, and that's what will happen.
Guy Azrael, very briefly.
Yes, I do want to ask Mr. Danon, we're already suffered a huge loss. What should the Israeli citizens expect coming up if you're speaking about a wider escalation?
The role of the military is to defend the people of Israel. What we have seen, that the victims were innocent Israelis, families. The military will handle the threat, will fight with the enemy, and at the end of the day, will win the enemy.
Danny Danon, former ambassador to the UN and former minister and member of Likud, thank you very much for being here in studio at this very difficult time. And our correspondent, Guy Azrael, thank you very much for your insight on this breaking news edition.
Yeah, thank you very much for that, love. Wonderful stuff. Yeah, we're cruising along here in the Dodgy Gits show 65. I'm going to try and get you another feed through. Let's have a look at this one. It's difficult to get lives. Oh. Here's one. I'll let you through to this one. See some boys chatting on the roof of their building there, watching the boom booms. I'll put myself down bottom left because there's stuff going on top left. Hello again, there we go. We got a feed coming through here from Audio Nix, Audio Nix. Yeah, you want to like and subscribe over there and thank them for doing their feed. Yeah. Just have a look at what's going on here. Look, it's still going on. So they're still trying to tidy up, and it's still going on around them. Yeah. You're live and direct here with me, Dodgy Git from the UK, on Dodgy Git Show 65. We're going to have a little listen in here. There's some people on the roof, so they might start gibbering, right? Gibbering gibberish. But we're just gonna take a little listen. Right? I don't know if you know Arabic or Israeli or whatever language you'll be speaking. هي غارات حقيقة عنيفة وعنيفة للغاية، وكالعادة إسرائيل تعيد قصف ذات الأماكن التي استهدفتها منذ عدة أيام. هذا يعني المكان أعتقد أنه ليس على يعني في المنطقة الحدودية، إنما قريب من المنطقة الحدودية، كذا القول إنه في منطقة يعني قريب من منطقة الدفاع. كان نقف عن بطبيعة الحال المنطقة لو إذا فقط إلى ما يشبه النزاع الناري. Thanks for joining me, everybody. My name's Dodgy Git, and we are overlooking Gaza here as the conflict continues between Israel and the people living in the Gaza Strip there. It does seem that they mean business. They've said business. They said people need to get out, and if they're part of the problem and they remain, they'll be eliminated. So it's up to the people that live there now, isn't it? You're going to have to sort yourselves out, I think. Some hell of a mess. A hell of a mess. Yeah, sending blessings and peace to you wherever you are around the world. Yeah, positive vibrations rather than all this shit. Fucking buildings falling down around our ears. Yeah, I hope your life ain't falling apart. I'm sure it's not, even if you feel like you're in trouble today. Tomorrow is a new, fresh day, and today is, you know, you give thanks for today. You give thanks that you woke up this morning. Some of these people didn't. Yeah? And that's the whole point. Yeah? Time is a precious thing, and the illusion you live is yours. And you live your dreams, and you can make your dreams happen if you focus and be positive about what you want to do, where you want to go, and how you want to get there. And that's okay. Yeah? That's okay. I wish you a good day. Yeah? I wish peace for you and your family. Yeah, and the people around you. Yeah, I hope you're smiling and happy and you feel good today. Yeah. If you feel down, it's it's in your head. Yeah. Get up, stand up. Yeah. Have a little boogie around if you have to. Yeah. Make yourself feel better. Positive mental attitude, vibration coming here from Dodgy Git. This live show overlooking Gaza being bombed the fuck out, innit? It's being bombed the fuck. Look at the fucking state of it, eh? What are you gonna do? What a game. Okay then, I'm going to bring myself back in. I found another feed. I'm going to have a little go, see if I can get that up for you. There's obviously something going on over there is obviously something going on over there, so I'm going to try and get different feeds so we get a closer view. So welcome back. I'm going to just get rid of that chap there having his chinwag with his fellow compadres, and we go to steady cam line, and they've got a live feed there with a newsreader who's got a couple of shots there. We'll have a look at them. Oh yeah, they've got a few videos on there. They've got 5 live streams going. Yeah. Oh wow, okay. Okay, let's go and have a look at the Western Wall. Yeah? See what's going on there. That's a new one. I haven't seen people covering that, so let's have a little bit of coverage of that if we can get hold of it, eh? Show you guys around the world. Got the complimentary advert at the beginning. Let's see about, oh blimey, these look like such nice people. It would be sickly to have a discussion with them. Anyway, I skipped it. There you go. That's it. I don't want to see that, and I don't want that, because all people do is put Allah this and Jesus that all the way up the thing. Right. Here we go then. Look, there's something going on here. Hang on, I've got to bring myself. No, hang on, which way is what? That way's that way. I've got to bring myself up there. I'll put myself. Where should I put myself? I'll put myself up. I'll put myself up there on top of the building. There you go. I'll be spying you from top of the wall. There you go. Something going on here, eh? There's something going on here. Let's have a little listen in. Make sure we're up to date. They all start. See, they have sex with the wall or something, don't they? That's what all that backwards and forwards stuff is. It's like so it's weird. I don't know. I don't get it. Are they queuing up to go in? Are they? Is that what's happening there? They're queuing up. There's like some gate. Yeah, look, there's bods here. It's gate control. So who are these? Are these Muslims? Oh dear, this could get quite. But that gentleman's a Muslim. What's with the plastic chairs as well? Yeah, what is it? Hang on. This can't be right. Oh no, it is right. Yeah. Yeah, of course it's right. Cool, blimey. What's happened to the day, everybody? Hey? What's happened to the day? Hey, we got people here at the Wailing Wall. Okay, well, there's not a lot. They're either queuing or there's going to be a scrap. Alright, I'm not sure. But I'm surprised there isn't more, I'm surprised there isn't more security there. I would have thought there would have been, because that looks like it might get a bit heated, actually. Okay. So we got this feed. No, there's only one video coming at us from there. Let's go back to Dodgy. Got long shots again. Oh no, got daft adverts for silly things I don't need to buy. No, this CNN site is playing the same thing it was playing about 4 days ago. It's quite difficult to get genuine live feeds now. So everybody's playing stuff that isn't live. They're reviewing it. Okay. Yeah, thanks for being with me. It's the Dodgy Git Show 65. We're trying to gather as much information as live as possible from as many sources as possible. Well, what's this? How Hamas missile barrage broke the Iron Dome. Okay. This is live, and rained rockets in Israel. This is from Times Now. We'll see what comes up on this. Well, hot topic today, isn't it, eh? War. Iron Dome is designed to bring down rockets before they strike Israeli cities. Yeah. This live. Oh, it's another hide the chat job in it. Slows it all up. So the air defense system has a range of 60 kilometers. Okay, I'll put this one through for you. Let's have a little look. Have a little learn about how rocket systems work. Why not? We'll educate ourselves. There we go. I'll just pop off for a minute. I have to go. Achoo. No. Achoo. There we go. This is the Iron Dome interception system working over Israel. As far as I know, not last night, the night before. So this is reviewing how the system functioned. Yeah, what happened, what occurred, what went wrong, how many failures there were, why. Yeah, how many got through, all the rest of it. So it's feedback. They're learning from what's happened, and that's why we're reviewing this video. But yeah, this is what happened to Israel when they were getting attacked by Hamas, who have killed reportedly 40 babies this morning. 40 babies were killed by Hamas in the attack on Israel the other day by the people in the trucks that drove into Israel and just started open firing on people. These human animals now have had a lesson taught to them, maybe, possibly, by firing back overnight, and they've had many parts of their city utterly destroyed. Thanks for being with me on Dodgy Git, and this is the Dodgy Git Show 65.
بالحاويات إذا من الخبيات رايحين الخبيات.
I do believe that's an entire tower block. Yeah, you see how this works? Yeah, they overwhelmed the system. Shot so many rockets at it that it couldn't deal with all of them all at once. And some got through, and yeah, there we go. That's the resultant. The resultant we see is this morning, isn't it? Yeah? The resultants we see this morning. Oh, there we go again. Look at that one go up. Yeah? See how that works? Wow, look at these tests, see? It's like lightning going off. They're probably setting lightning off with the amount of stuff that's being pushed into the atmosphere so quickly as well. There'll be some incredible footage come out on some non-mainstream places. I don't really encourage you to go and look, but you know, it is there. It is there, and it'll show you. Well, I'm sure that you can see how the system functions and how it can be overwhelmed. Yeah, which is just it's compounding the whole event, isn't it? Because it's just more. I need more. I need bigger. I need harder. I need faster. Yeah. Yeah, I wonder when they're going to get the real toys out. Still playing with old stuff, aren't they? Are they? Don't know. Or is it really the latest advanced technology? Which it is, isn't it? But it hasn't advanced very far. Yeah, not since the 50s. Eh? Some of this stuff was developed in the 50s, yeah? Still making it. Oh no, it's one shot in it, so it don't matter if it's flimsy. Said you got to get there. You're allowed a certain failure rate. Yeah, you are. Mathematically in there. Yeah. There we are. That's the system that's the Israeli system that was pushed to its limits the other day when Hamas attacked them for what some would say was a kid's argument in a kid's argument at church. basically, wasn't it? You know what the kids are like when they go to church, innit? Yeah, parents go in and the kids start running around the church and pushing each other over and tripping each other over and all that shit. Yeah. We got some Chinese streamer there. Let's go back to KLW because he's normally saying some good positive things. Oh, he's got a guest in on. Oh, who's this guest in? This is some Raw Fox, and he's got some pictures there, and he's tracking his aeroplane. So let's have a little listen in here with the people at KLW.
And the terrorist laughs in
Yeah.
her face, and she cries to her mom, "Do something! What can I do? They killed mommy. They killed daddy and his girlfriend."
Yeah.
And then she was eyes closed for hours. Didn't look at the bodies with the shelters. The terrorist laughed in her face and told her, "You're gonna be here with the bodies alone. You're gonna have this experience for your whole entire life." And they left, and for hours she was locked there till the IDF soldiers came.
Nice 6 stories coming out.
Unfortunately, there's so many stories like that that are so graphic, but I mean, important to be told because some people don't grasp how serious of a situation this is.
Needs to be told.
Do you see any end in sight to this anytime soon, or do you think this is going to go on for a while?
I'm not a politician. I want to strengthen our forces. It's gonna take whatever it takes. Like, we have patience. We're a strong nation. We're strong people. We're gonna help each other in this hard situation.
Oh. Right, here we go, everybody. I've just found something else that might be of.
We're gonna wait till the mission is done. Now we can't have this again.
He's right, he is right. I've just found something else on the live streams I'm going to go to. If you all want to go to Yorkshire Rose, they are live outside Scampton RAF base. Yeah? So I'm going to bring them up now. I'm going to bring them up now for you because Scampton is being used to house migrants. And oh no, is he finished? Live? Is he finished? Oh, they were outside RAF Scampton. I think they probably. Yeah, okay. They appear to have been moved on. Let's just have a little listen in. You hear this? What did they do?
Some of the last few years that my eyes have opened, but I haven't looked back and I haven't ignored it. And I believe that we will go down in history today. And I've said to my son, if all our protests get wiped from history, then remember to tell your grandchildren that at least your mum got out on those streets today and had her voice heard. That t-shirt says I'm a traitor. confirm it was like what to do. No, it's fine. It's okay.
Okay.
He fell over the fat gun. No, he nearly took on your feet and all with them big feet, didn't he?
Ah. Securist. Right, they're outside Scampton RAF base complaining about migrants. There's only a few of them, and it looks like they all know each other. And then Securitas officers have come out, and they've surrounded the man just by standing around him. Yeah? And by standing around him, they've then pinned him against the fucking fence. Yeah? So they create a situation where they push somebody into a corner, yeah? And the known reaction of pushing anybody in a corner is what? They'll fucking bite you. And then that gives you the excuse you need to arrest them, right? Yeah. Unfortunately, those gentlemen from Securitas were outside the gate. They weren't inside the gate on their own property. They'd come outside of the gate, voiding their insurance. Yeah? They're now on public land, purposely bullying, assaulting, intimidating, and harassing what looked like a fucking retired man. Because they don't like the words coming out of his mouth. He hasn't hit anyone, he hasn't got violent. He's rightfully demonstrating, right? Right? And you get a private limited company called Securitas. A load of rented contractors on good wages who don't care as long as their wage. Don't care what the fucking subject is as long as they get their money. Yeah? They don't speak. Yeah? They're told, no communication, don't talk to them, don't say anything, it's all about acting. Yeah? Then they've pushed him into a corner and up against a fucking fence, and then he's tried to get out of the fucking position that they've put him in, and then they've said, oh, you're fucking hitting us. No, mate, you just fucking pushed me in a fucking corner in public. Yeah? And this is Securitas, private limited corporation. Yeah? Private company. It's not the police, and they're on public land. Where's the accountability going to be? It's going to be obfuscated and convoluted, isn't it? Hidden by all the bullshit lawyers these fuckers employ. Yeah? Yeah? Slick-haired fucking wankers in old shoes. Yeah. Fucked up lawyers, solicitors in this country. Yeah? All backing up fucking contracted pricks. Yeah? Thugs. Done fuck all their life. Actually, been unable to fucking gain permanent employment. Yeah? Yeah? They've gone from one fucking job to the next, and they don't actually know fuck all about any of them. And they don't fucking care. They certainly don't know about the written word in the procedures and policies that say things like, don't go outside the fucking gate, you prick. And then I've just watched them do it. Yeah? What are they going to do, this Securitas? Going to get some more contractors in from a recruitment agency, are they? I wonder who those people will be. Because there's ever such a lot of people on the base that would need a job, isn't there? So they're obviously going to go for a local job that's close to home, aren't they? So then you got them running the military bases. Can you fuckers not see where this is going? Can you not put fucking 2 and 2 together? This is to the people at Whitehall and above. Yeah? The fucking lords. The Commons is useless. They don't want to fucking listen. This is beyond them. Yeah, they haven't got the time to contemplate. They're too busy sucking each other's dicks on the fucking telly, fucking painted fucking piggies and fucking, what is it? Twat shits rolled in fucking glitter. Yeah? It's fucking laughable. Especially the coverage on it. They're all ha 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 at the fucking conferences, and then this shit's going on. And then the news that they fucking creating ain't covering it apart from the ha 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 ha. They haven't got a grip. So, like I said, this is to fucking the people at Whitehall and above. You need to get the fucking shit in a sock, pal. Coming up to 2 hours. You've been brilliant. Thank you very much for being with me. Thank you for choosing me, Dodgy Git, to spend your precious, priceless time with. Yeah, the time we have here is short, at best. Yeah, make the most of it. It can all be gone in a split second. It can all be over. Yeah? It can all be taken away, all be ruined. Yeah, by bullies pushing you around. Yeah, don't be pushed around by bullies today. Yeah, somebody comes up to you and they're nasty to you. Share some love, because they probably need a fucking hug. That's why they're kicking off, because they ain't got no love in their life. Yeah? Yeah? So as to make sure there's love in your life, I'm sending love from me to you, so you can share it around, eh? So you can help your neighbour, do something for nothing. Yeah? Do them a favour, help your neighbour. Yeah? Thanks for spending your time. Thank you for spending your time with me. Yeah? Yeah? Right. Now, spend the rest of your day doing exactly what makes you happy. Yeah? Whatever that may be. Yeah? It takes every single one of us to make the wonderful world we live in. Yeah? And it is a wonderful world, and we should give thanks for that. And I give thanks for that, and I give thanks to you. Yeah? Peace be with you for the rest of your day, and tomorrow, and to your family and your friends. Eh? Lots of love. Dodgy Git.